Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we're going to see how we can create a simple Excel table with a certain format using Microsoft Excel. So let's begin. I'm going to create the same table in a new worksheet with certain formats. When I say certain formats, I mean to say how the title should be and what font size the title should be and what font sizes and how the subtitles should be and how other text should be. Towards the end of the video, we will also see how we can use the formula to calculate the subtotal and also how to calculate the total using the formula. Okay, let's begin. So to start off with, going to create this in a new Excel worksheet. Here we go. I've opened a new worksheet, excuse me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type the title first. Here we go. The title says laptop sales. I'm going to go back here, and on the very first cell in A1 I'm going to type the title laptop sales. In Excel, every time after you type, you press the enter. Once you completed the typing, you always press the enter button to show that you completed typing. If you don't, you will have this cursor keeps flashing all the time. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to press the enter button so that I'm saying that I've completed typing. Now what I have is, if I go to this A, that's where I typed it. So if I select it, I can see that what I've typed here. So if I want to edit it, I can always go here, press using the mouse button, I can press here and then edit it. So I can use the backspace to delete as I wish. At the moment I'm okay with the typing, so I'm going to press enter again, because as I can see the cursor is still flashing. Okay, press enter, and then I'm going to first adjust the font size. As we've decided, the font size for the heading is going to be 28. So go to the font and go to the numbers here and change the font size to 28. Okay, that's all done. Now what I have to do now is I have to make sure that it is underlined. So I'm going to go to font again and press the U button for underline. So for people who would like to know, I would like to say that this I for italics, so that the heading looks in the italics form, and B for bold. Right, now what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that the heading is at the center. As you can see here, heading somewhat at the center here. So to do that, what I will be doing is I'm going to highlight by pressing the left button on A and keep on highlighting more cells. I'm not going to stop at C, though laptop sales stops at C. I'm going to keep on highlighting more. The reason why I'm highlighting more is because I'm telling Excel that I want the heading to be in the center between A to H. So if I've selected up to H, this heading will be from A to H. Let's see. How am I going to do this? I'm going to go to alignment and then use the option called merge and center. Just select on merge and center. As you can see, now my heading is at the center between A to H. For example, if I wanted to be more on this side, all I have to do is I can highlight further up, I can highlight a few more cells, okay, and then press the merge and center again so that your heading is centered from between A and K this time, because I've highlighted up to K. Got to press again, and then it goes to the center now. So now I'm going to start typing the subheadings. Let's start off typing the subheadings. Now let's go back to our screen. I've got the subheadings where it says laptops, laptop costs, cost of delivery, and subtotal. As you might have noticed, I want to make sure that I type laptops within A, laptop cost within B, cost of delivery within C, and subtotal within D. Now how do we do this? We need to make sure that we use the expanding cells option to make sure that they fit within A, B, C and D. Right, let's start off. The first thing I have to type here is laptops. So that's the subheading. I'm going to type laptops here. Right, that's all fine. I type laptops. Now I need to make sure that the font size is, we have a certain font size for all the subheadings. So again, I have to press enter because I want to get rid of this cursor flashing because I finished typing. So I press enter here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the font size, and I want to make sure that my standard for this table is that the heading is going to be 28 and the subheading is going to be 22. So I'm going to change the font size to 22. Right, and also I'm going to use the B option to make it a little bit bold, to make it look a little bit bold. Okay, now I can see that laptops is not fitting within A, it's going beyond the length of A. In fact, some bits of it is on B. So what I have to do is I can expand A. So each of these is called cells. It's called, these are called cells in Excel. So this is a cell, this is a cell. So I have a cell A and I have the line which is here. If I move my cursor to the end of A where there is a line, you will have a choice to expand the cells. I'm just going to press hold the left mouse button and then just pull it to the right to make sure that I fit the whole of the laptops within A. That's done. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing for B. So laptop costs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to B and then first type laptop costs. Right, so now what I have to do is I have to press enter again because I've completed typing. Enter. I've got to go here and make sure that font size is 22 because it's the same font size as the first subheading, and also I need to make sure it's B because I've made A bold as well. So that's it. Press the B button and then again we can expand B so that it fits the whole phrase laptop costs within B. Going to do the same thing with the third one. It says cost of delivery and the fourth one subtotal. So let's start off. So I'm going to say cost of delivery here. Cost of delivery. Okay, and then same thing, press enter. Make sure that you change the font size to 22, B for bold, and expand C so that it fits the whole of cost of delivery. It doesn't matter if it goes a little bit over extra bit of cells, it's okay like that, it's absolutely fine. Excuse me, sorry. Now I got to type in subtotal in here in D, so I'm going to say subtotal, then press enter. So what I have to do is again, Excel now recognizes that all these cells are going to be font size 18 and bold, so it changed the last one automatically, the fourth one automatically. All I have to do now, it's already B bolded and it also has a font size of 22. All I have to do is go to D and expand it so that it fits the cell nice and easily. Okay, we're done with the subtitle. Now we have to see the first entry. So each of these entries must be entered in separate cells. Now I'm going to put Toshiba, Lenovo and Acer. Let's start off with, and then we have to make sure that the font size for these ones are going to be 16. I'm going to set it as 16. So if I set for the rest of the 16, it's going to be 16 for all the text, so that we maintain a standard. Okay, first one, Toshiba, Lenovo and Acer. So I'm going to type here Toshiba. Okay, always when I completed typing within a cell, press enter, and then I'm going to say Lenovo and Acer. Okay, 3 laptops. Remember, I have to set font size for these 3. I'm going to set it to 16. So I'm going to select all the 3, just highlight it, pressing the left mouse button. Make sure you change it to 16. And also you can use Now you don't need to use B for bold for the other texts. Only we could use bold for subheadings and maybe for headings, but other texts they could be just as they are. It's okay. Now I'm going to type the cost. See, it's 249.99 is the cost and 7.99 is the cost of delivery. So I'm going to type them once now and quickly finish them off. Similarly, I'm going to type it for the rest of the text. We could change the formats in a moment. So I got 264.99, 5.99. Press enter always at the end of the cell, and then after you type in, you always press enter. Okay. Now, third one is 199.99 and 10.99. Press enter, go to the next cell, and then 10.99. Okay, it's all done. So I need to make sure that these font sizes are also 16 like the first one. So I'm going to just highlight them and then change the font size to 16. Okay, all done. Now what we have to do is we need to calculate the subtotal. And we're going to do this using formula. That's very important. We've got to use a formula. Right, so to find the subtotal, as we know, here's the laptop cost, and this is cost of delivery. So if you place an order online, it might incur a delivery cost, as what is given here. So to find the subtotal, obviously we're going to add the laptop cost with the cost of delivery. That's how much it will cost for the customers. But before we do that, there is one thing that we need to remember. It's got these pound signs here, so we need to see how we can include these pound signs. I'm going to go back here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select each of these cells and go to the top here where it says general. I'm not going to use this. I could do currency here. If I do currency, it's going to be by default a dollar sign. I don't want a dollar sign, so I'm going to leave it back to general. If I go under it, it says a dollar there. I'm going to press the arrow that is next to the dollar, press on it, and then I'm going to choose English UK. So if I choose that, as you can see, it got a pound sign right there. That's what we need. So similarly, I can do it for all the numbers here, numbers in each of these cells. So press the arrow next to the dollar, choose English UK. Same thing, arrow next to the dollar, English UK. Now I know that I've done it for 3 separately. Now I know how to select. I can also select the 3 numbers here. This is a quicker way to change formats. I can highlight the ones that I need the format on. I need pound signs for all the 3, so I've highlighted all of them. Press the arrow and choose English UK. That's all it is. Okay, we've got everything absolutely fine so far. And also just wanted to show you that the heading must have a different color. We'll see how we can change the color as well for heading. All we can do is select the heading, and where it says the letter A, choose the button next to it, and then you can choose whatever color you want to. So for example, I'm going to choose, let's say, a purple. Okay, that looks okay now. Now I need to find the subtotal using something called a formula. Right, so I know that I need to add this and this. Okay, now how do I add them? Right, in Excel, the beauty is we have something called cell references. Right, so what is a cell reference? Is the unique number for each of these cells. So each of these has got a unique cell reference. I'll tell you what I mean by that. So for example, this one, 249.99, is the cell reference for that is B4. It's B4. So this one has got B4s. If I select another cell, it will have a different cell number. cell reference, sorry. So this one's B5. If I choose this one, for example, this one is C5, so it's different from this one. If I choose randomly, let's say I'm going to choose this, it's going to be C13. As you can see, you go up and see the letter and go to the left and see the number. It's as simple as that. I'm going to use this to add the subtotal. Let's begin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type, I have to do B4 plus C4. So if I type B4 and then I'm going to say plus C4. Okay, I'm going to press enter. So once I finish typing, I'll press enter and I can see nothing will happen. The reason being is Excel wouldn't recognize this is a formula except when we type an equal to sign before starting the formula. So a formula always starts with an equal to sign. Okay, so I forgot to put equal to sign. It will still stay as B4 plus C4. Okay, like as we typed. Now if I put the equal to sign, as you can see straight away these two are highlighted, so it's B4 plus C4. If I press enter now, I get the total of these two. Similarly, I'm going to use the same method to add these two for Lenovo. So it's going to be equal to first, always equal to first, B5 plus C5. So it's going to be B5 plus C5. Press enter again. Got the formula right there. Similarly, the third one, it's B6 plus C6. So I'm going to say equal to first always starts with an equal to B6. As you can see, when I type the cell reference B6, it's highlighted because I put equal to. So Excel recognizes straight away that I'm typing a formula. So then I'm going to say plus, and this one's C6. Watch when I type C6, it's going to get, this one's going to get highlighted as well. So it's C6. There you go. So they're highlighted, and that's all. So what you want to do, press enter. Right. So the good thing about using cell references is that using formulas and cell references is that if I change these values, these will change automatically because this one's just adding B6 and C6. So if I change C6, automatically that gets updated here. Let's say that the shop has increased the cost of delivery to, instead of $10.99, they're going to say that the cost of delivery is $12.99. They increased it by £2. So if I change it to $12.99 here, so all I have to do, I have to press on it, so my cursor stays there, and I have to press the delete button and then press the number 2. Now once I've done it, as you can see, the total must be now 212.98. So if I press enter, see what happens, it changes automatically. So that's a good thing about using formulas in Excel. Now what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that these have the same font size as this one. So now I can highlight all the three, go here and make sure change it to 16 so that they all have the uniform font sizes. Okay, now I've got the subtotal. It's almost done now. So what we got to do now is there's another way of adding in Excel. So you don't have to do for every cell, you don't have to type the cell references like this. There is a shortcut. For example, I'm going to delete all the three. Let's say that I have so many cells, so many entries, like so many laptops here. I don't have to type every time equal to B4 plus C4, equal to B5 plus C5, equal to B6 plus C6. You don't need to do that. Maybe you can practice for the first time, but once you get to know how to do it, so all you have to do is you do it for the first cell by putting equal to, and then you got to say B4. Only for the first cell I'm going to type exactly what I have to do. I'm going to put plus and then C4, then press enter. You get the value there, Now what I can do is, there is a little dot at the bottom right of the cell. I can take the mouse there, hold the left mouse button and keep pulling it down, and automatically the formula would be updated. So as you can see here, I got the values without having to type them. I only typed it for the first entry. If I just pull it down, it gets updated for all the other entries. So that's another good thing about Excel. So if I see here, if I just wanted to verify, I can see that for the first entry it's B4 plus C4, for the second entry it's B5 plus C5, third entry B6 plus C6. Okay, finally I need to do the subtotal of all the three. So I'm going to type here, I'm going to calculate the total for all the three. So I'm going to type here total. Again, once I've completed typing in Excel, in a cell I've got press enter, go back there and make sure that set the font size. I'm going to set it to, let's say, 22. Okay, I want to make sure that it's bold as well, so same like the subtitles. Right, now in here I'm going to type the total of all the threes using cell references again. So I'm going to put equal to start off with, because always the formula begins with an equal to. Now I have the cell references. The first one is D4, second one is D5, just to make sure that you remember them, and third one is D6. Okay, so I can confirm this by pressing on the cells. I don't have to see every time like that. This is just for you to remember. If I select this, automatically it becomes D4. So I've selected that. I'm going to add all the three. So I've got to put plus every time in between. So I've got to put plus and then select the second one. Okay, because that's the second one, which is D5, and the third one we know that it's D6. I can either type D6, I could just put plus and then select the third one that I want to add. All I have to do is once I've completed, all I have to do is press the enter button so that I get the final total. Again, oops, the total size, font size is smaller than these. All I have to do is I have to go here, press the button here and then press 18. That's all. For today's video, we've seen creating a basic table in Excel with certain formats. Okay, now as you can see, even though the title is centered between here and from A to K, I've just noted that it's not centered for this table here. It's further on the side. So what I can do is I can select it, highlight it a little bit fewer areas so that it's centered, so that it comes somewhere here. I wanted to make sure it comes somewhere here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it. I'm going to do merge and center again so that it comes back to normal. Okay, now instead of selecting up to K, I'm going to, let's say I want to select up to E, so that laptop sales is somewhere here. So let's choose up to E again, press merge and center again so that it looks even more neater. Okay, that's all for today's video. In today's video we did see about how to do some basic formats in Excel. We used the formula using cell references in Excel. We also saw how to change the font sizes and color, okay, and also how to expand the cells. Right, so in another video we will see how we can use functions in Excel. That's all for today's video. If you like the video, please subscribe and press the like button, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, have a nice day. Bye.